Are Shark vacuum cleaners really that good? I hear so many mixed opinions, but everyone seems to be buying them. Well, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know if Shark is the right vacuum for you. And help me out, if you already own a Shark, put it in the comments. What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? You'll see if you agree with me. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 4 things that I really don't like about Shark. And then at the end, I'm going to finish off with some nice compliments, just so we get an even balance. What is the suction like? Well, when you get it out of the box, it's incredible. You've never used a vacuum cleaner quite like it. Until about a month later. Suction is not quite what it used to be. The reason for that is there is no cyclone on these things. It means when dust gathers in a Shark, the filter sits directly between the bin and the motor. So when the air is sucked through the filter, the dust goes onto the filter in a big way. So the filter gets blocked really quickly. It creates a barrier between what you're trying to vacuum and the motor that's trying to suck it up. Okay, so you need to clean the filters once a month. They say to do it every 3 months. That's ridiculous. The suction is killed within about a month of using them. I'm saying this because you don't get this issue on stuff like Dysons, which are probably every 3 to 6 months where you have to clean the filters. Let's take a look at durability. If you like to throw your vacuum cleaner around or smash it against the walls, Shark probably isn't for you. The plastics are a bit plasticky. What happens is, a lot of the time on these floor tools, they'll get damaged. When they get damaged, it affects all the complex workings, and basically they self-destruct. It doesn't stop at the front either. The plastics at the back of the floor tool are really common for separating, and then you get a Shark that's just dead floppy and just doesn't want to stand up. Basically, the floor tools are really complex and they're not really made for throwing around. So if you're the type of person that does such a thing, Shark might not be for you. While we're on the subject of durability, you may have seen the stick vacuums that Shark do. Are they a good idea? Yeah, maybe. But durability wise, again, they're like a toy. The stick that bends in half likes to snap in half. So if you're really rough with your vacuum cleaner, totally avoid that one too. Capacity. Well, this goes for every vacuum cleaner brand really. It's a bit of a trick of the trade. This is the biggest Shark available. Just look how big that bin is. Until you look at the side and you realise there's only a little bit that's actually the bin. The rest of it's like the motor, and then the bit inside where the dirt spins round and gathers. And that's not actually that big. You go to the stick vacuums, oh God, mine only does the house once, and my dogs don't molt, and my house is vacuumed like 20 times a day because I repair vacuum cleaners. So I can only do my house once with it before I have to empty it. Not something I really hate as such. I'm just being dramatic. Now the 4th and final thing that's been keeping you in suspense is a thing I hate the most, and I really am being dramatic now. It's edge cleaning. I like to vacuum my house and get down the edges of the walls, okay? But with Shark, look how much gap there is between the actual brush and the sucky bit, and then the bit that goes against your wall. It's massive. Well, it's kind of big. I've gone mental with my lentils just to show you. This is me vacuuming my hallway. As you can see, all of my lentils are vacuumed up and it leaves a massive line of them all along the skirting board. I then have to take the handle off and finish hoovering my lentils with the handle. It's not that great. I would like for it to be more like a Dyson where it gets really down the edge. I think they're probably the best brand for edge cleaning. We've heard all the bad bits, now let's be fair. The suction on Shark vacuum cleaners is quite good. The handhelds, not so much. The corded ones, great. Okay, the suction really is good if you look after them. I do actually love how they offer all the stick vacuums and all the uprights in a corded version and a cordless version. Now the corded ones are always going to be more powerful in my opinion. The batteries on Sharks are really good too. They seem to outlast the lifetime of what you get in a Dyson. So Shark, you've done really well there. I can't really comment on how lightweight they are and how heavy they are because it varies so much. If you're buying a little Shark, they're very lightweight, much more lightweight than Dyson uprights ever used to be. But if you're buying a big Shark, they're gonna be heavy. If you have any questions or if you think of anything I've missed, please put them in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. Please subscribe to my channel. I have loads of other shark videos. This next one is what I was talking about earlier, how to clean your filters.